Alright parents, this video is designed to help you log into Lexia or iReady. The way that we do that is you open up any browser. It could be Internet Explorer or Chrome browser. We use Chrome browsers mainly in the district, so that's what your student will be most familiar with. In the URL address, you're going to click right there and you're going to type in marysville.k12.oh.us. And once you get to the main homepage for the Marysville homepage, you're going to click on the icon that has students. That's going to take you to all of the links that students have access to here at the district. Once you're in the student apps over on the right, you're going to scroll down till you find Clever. Clever is the app that you want to click on. We're going to sign in to Clever. The way that we do that is we use our student's username and login. You should have received a paper from your child's teacher if you're seeing this video in order to help you know how to log in specifically, but I'll talk a little bit about that, but I won't spend a lot of time. So I click login with Google. And when I click login with Google, it brings me to this main menu, the sign in menu. On this menu is where I'm going to type in my student's first initial. Then I'm going to type in their middle initial, and then I'm going to type in the last 6 digits of their name. If there's not 6 digits, then you type out as many as there are. If that does not work, that means your child has a special username and you might have to contact your child's teacher. But for most cases, this will work perfectly fine. After you type in their first initial, middle initial, and the last 6 digits, or as many digits are in their last name, like this example, we're going to type at mevsd.us, and then we're going to click next. That's going to take us to our next page. On our next page, they're going to ask for the password. The password is your child's birthday, unless your child has changed it, in which point you'll have to contact your child's teacher to help you get the password to sign in, or ask your child if they remember. So what you need is 2 digits for the day they were born, 2 digits for 2 digits for the month they were born, and then 2 digits for the day they were born, and then 4 digits for the year they were born. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in on this one, and then you're going to click next. Once you click next, it's going to take you into Clever. And once you are inside of Clever, you're going to see all the apps that your child specifically has access to. Now what's neat is there's little hearts that hover above each of these, and if your child clicks on these hearts, they're able to move them up to right here to this resource right here, which is your favorite resources. It's not super important to do that, but you can see that it makes it a little bit easier for them to get to each of those. So we want to make sure that this child can access iReady and Lexia Core or Lexia very quickly. So clicking into or starting iReady and Lexia is very simple. We just simply click on these whichever we prefer. We want to go into if we want to go into Lexia, we click there. If we want to go into iReady, we click here. We're going to go into iReady just so I can show you how to look at a few things inside of there. But for all practical purposes, once you click on either of those, you are inside of the program and you can see your child's work in progress. In here, now this child does not have any teacher assigned lessons. In the flyer that you received, there'll be some blue lessons right here, and it will say teacher assigned. So if a teacher has assigned a lesson, those lessons go along with what the teacher is teaching in the classroom. Okay, so those could give you an idea as to what they're learning in the classroom. The My Path lessons, these green lessons, those lessons are given to them through iReady from their diagnostic. So they're placed on a diagnostic piece and are in a place on the scope and sequence in iReady, and that lesson is designed specifically for your child. At the very bottom here, this is where the menu where your child can go into different things. This is where they can change the theme of their iReady. They can change the monster that is they're interacting with, and then the learning games over to the right there. This is where they can play some games that help build fluency and those kinds of things. But in My Progress is probably what you're most interested in. So you click right there. You can see how many minutes they've spent on iReady, how many lessons that they've passed, how many they passed in a row, their current streak, and then under completed work you can actually go in and look at all the lessons and the percentages, as well as you can see the diagnostic scores that they have. You're able to filter that as well. So that's how you can get a lot of the basic information. This kind of shows you that this child's doing moving along pretty well, and then the diagnostic score, you'll see all of that information as it goes throughout the school year. You'll have even more information here. Thank you so much. Hope that helps. If you have any other questions, talk to your child's teacher.